Welcome to Private Money Secrets. I'm Keith Yackey and I'm your host, and all we talk about here is private money, real estate, and some other fun stuff. Grab your favorite beverage. Let's dive in. Hey, Keith Yackey, founder and creator of the Private Money Pro, where I teach you what you need to know to raise that dough. I've got a funny story that I think you're going to really chuckle at, and it's at my expense. I was a kid. I may have been 11 or 12 at the time, and I had just gotten into BMX racing. And my friend Justin Bray, who was actually my very first friend that I ever met in my entire life. I went to Little Friends Preschool, a little private school, and he was there. The first, not my brother friend that I met. And we became buds, man. He was the first person I invited over to my house that my parents let him come over. He was the first slumber party I ever had. I walked through my very first haunted house with him. My dad held us, Justin in one arm, me in another. And we were buddies, man. We grew up. We would play soccer together. We played baseball together. And he got into BMX racing. We always kind of rode bikes around, but he wanted to race and compete and do that thing. So I eventually got into it as well. Well, I go for my first competition, my first real race. I sign up. I'm all excited. And I get my ass kicked. Just ever love an ass kick. There's 3 or 4 races. I'm not dead last, but I'm close, okay? But Justin, on the other hand, placed like second. And so he got this trophy that said second place on it. And it didn't really mean that much to him because I think he expected to get first place and wanted to get first place and was kind of like bummed that he got second. So he's like, I don't really want it. And I grabbed it. And I'm like, I'll take it. And there was this little twinge in my heart right at that point in my life. It's like, you didn't really earn this trophy. But you just want it so that when people come over to your house and they see it on your mantle or in your bedroom on your shelf, you want them to think you're cool. You want them to think you placed and that you were a good BMXer, but you really weren't. And I think that really bent my brain at that point in not a good direction. Not a victim. It's just these are things that we go through in life. And there's these moments where you're like, this isn't really true, but maybe if I made people think that. And it hindered me throughout my whole life, wanting to have the show of success, but not really be successful inside and know. And there's a huge difference. We live in the land of that right now on Instagram. People want to show cool things. I mean, people are literally renting Lamborghinis and taking pictures in front of them and having other guys take pictures in front of them for their Tinder profile. If you don't know what Tinder is, then you probably haven't been single in a very long time, or you don't know anybody who's single, but basically it's a dating app. And they're taking pictures in front of really fancy cars to let people think that they're really cool. And that was me at 12 years old with my second place trophy that I did not earn, that I did not deserve, and I was not good enough to actually get it. And it hindered me. I cared more about what you would think about me with these fake trophies than what I really thought about me. And the moment I knew it changed in my life, because I've been doing personal work on myself, and that's not just reading a book here and there. I read every single morning. I meditate. I pray. I have real open and honest discussions with my friends who are further down the road in me in an area that I'm interested in. And I'm honest with them and vulnerable. And I say, hey, man, I'm really sucking hind tit on this thing. What should I do? Or how do I get better at this? Or what did you do? And it takes those confronting yourself and being pretty brutally honest with yourself and say, man, I really suck. I don't want to suck, but I suck at this. What do I need to do to change? And I've been doing that for years with one fundamental belief, and that is your personal growth equals your professional growth. And it comes before it. Before any trophies, you've got to be able to be the person to actually race and get second place before you ever deserve a second place trophy or any trophy for that matter. But here was the moment I know it changed for me. It changed for me when I was watching Justin Gaethje fight for the interim belt in UFC. And I thought to myself, is he going to actually accept that belt? Because if I won the interim belt, I don't think I would care about that because there's still a champion of that division who has the real belt. This is like this fake belt. It's almost like this participation belt, like you're the interim, but you're the champ, but you're not really the champ. And I clear as day remember it when they put it on his shoulder. He kind of just threw it down. He goes, I don't really care about that one. I want the real belt. And I'm like, that's what I would have said. And that's when I knew that my brain had been bent back, smoothed over, cleaned up, and I was on the right spot. And so for you, I just want to maybe encourage you to say, you know what? Quit putting up trophies that you didn't deserve. Because it feels way better when you actually deserve a trophy and then you get it. But it's the byproduct. And actually, the trophy It wears off a little bit. Once you win a bunch of trophies, whether that's a bunch of cash in your account or whether that's nice cars, cool house, cool friends, whatever, you actually will be more proud, not of the trophies, but of who you become in earning the trophy. And I was so glad that that trigger happened to me. I was like, oh my goodness, I wouldn't want that NRM belt. Now, congratulations. He now gets to fight for the real title. But who wants these second place bullshit, make you feel good trophies? But we live in it in Instagram. Everybody trying to be cool. And they're not cool. Trying to show off this car that's not really there so they can get the chick. But when the chick finally meets you and realizes you're not that person, we know. When you run into somebody who has a lot of personal power that can accumulate things, it's because of the personal power. And it's shocking. I've met some of these people in a lot of different industries, and you're just like, yeah, that person gets it. That person's done the work, and that person actually doesn't even care that much about the trophies. And when you see people that have a lot of nice things, they treat them with care and they take care of them, but it's not the holy grail for them. And in most of the people that get the coolest stuff, they say, man, I thought I was going to be super, super happy, and then it just became a thing. But what they were really happy was who they became in the process. So whatever you're trying to do is to raise lots of money, flip lots of deals, better yourself in business. Focus on the process of who you're becoming. So that way you know, I deserve that trophy. Nobody can take that away, because what they can't take away is the confidence you build in that. If you like this video, like it, share it. If it resonates, comment below if you've ever done something this stupid as well. I wanted to show off Justin Bray's trophy. It was not a good look, and it hindered me in my life until I said, you know what? Bullshit. I want to be the real deal through and through. Take care. All right, so if you're wanting to learn how to raise more private money, go to www.privatemoneypro.com, www.privatemoneypro.com, where I can show you how to be a private money pro. Take care and go rock it.